Hello my friends and welcome to another pick a card reading. I hope you're all doing really well today. And today's reading is about what is your soul's calling. So this is about your soul and what's that deep innate need, calling that it has at the moment. As always, these are quite temporal, so, this can change from time to time. But currently, at the time of when you find this reading, what is it that your soul is calling out for? What is it that that it's yearning for? So let's find that out. We've got 3 cards to choose from. Pile 1, Pile 2, Pile 3. The kind of thing that will be discussed in this reading is about what the path that you're on is contributing to that calling of your soul, and also what are the next steps towards that calling, and also finding out what your soul's calling is, because you may not really know what it is just yet, so this may help you to find out what it is. Pile 1, Pile 2, Pile 3. Timestamps will be in the description box below, and I'll see you at your reading. Bye. Hello Pile 1 and welcome to your reading. So you chose this card. Let's see, what is your soul's calling? The Wise One. Wow. This plant, I don't know if it is the plant I'm thinking of, but it's a particular interesting cactus if it is. I don't think it is. I think it's a flower, but because this is black and white, I'm not sure. But there's something that's urging you to grow wise within your situation, and also to grow wise within where you are, gaining a sense of wisdom, and also I get a feeling of a sense of maturity that's coming from this. It's almost like you're harvesting the fruits of your lessons to kind of culminate in this calling for your soul. That's what that feels like. Let's see what your other cards have to say. Okay, so you've got Goddess Hecate and Micah, and that's the crossroad of destiny. Wow, you've got Shaman, Shamanka, and the Healer, and you've also got Numite as well. And then you've got the Concierge. Wow, okay, right. And it's number 1. Oh my God. Right. Beginnings, explorations, preparation. Yeah. I feel like Pile 1, you are the people, and just to let you know that this is Numite here. It's a beautiful stone which has these gorgeous kind of flecks in it. It is only available in one place in the world, and that's in Iceland. Or is it Greenland? It's either Iceland or Greenland, but it's available only from there. Like, you can only get that with another one, which I think is called Tugtapite. Yeah, and I've tried to get a hold of that, and I've got like the tiniest little piece. But yeah, these 2 stones, and it's really strange because they've got like these bits in there that make it look like it's like somebody's put glitter in there, but this is actually, yeah, this is Numite. So very sacred stone. So I'll pop that here to be with your reading pile. And I do also have some mica as well. Maybe I should get that as well, but bear with me. Okay, there was a small bit of mica that I have, but I thought I would share with you my beautiful big piece of mica, which is here. Absolutely incredible stone. Shines many different colours. So it kind of, and because both of these are stones which, they shine different colours. They've got different kind of luminescent properties in the respect of, other things coming to the surface. Also other colours, things that are kind of not usually seen. If you were to look at it from afar, you might just think it's just a normal black stone, which is really interesting with this concierge card. And also, unfortunately, mica. I don't know if you know, but when you get that glittery stuff in makeup, that causes it to be shimmery. That is mica. So it's almost like you are being encouraged to kind of understand the facets of your experience, it seems like. And it's really interesting with this particular concierge, because it's not a young concierge in a hotel, it's an older guy. So it's almost like he's seen so much by seeing the people go in and out of this building. But yet there is this beginning exploration, preparation. It's almost like he is preparing for the next phase of life, which is kind of what I got from this Wise One card. So there is something that your soul is calling towards you healing as well. Because with this Shaman card, it's kind of telling me that the knowledge that you have had previously is really kind of moving towards something that is going to help other people. And Goddess Hecate, or Hecate, however you want to say her name, that's about the divine feminine principle, and also all embodiment of the three phases, like the mother, the maiden, and the crone, the three-headed goddess, the three-faced goddess. So, and I mean, I'm kind of like bunching it a bit together there, but in terms of the mythology, but like it's the idea that you have knowledge of all three of those, you know, whether you're male or female, you have like the understanding of all three of those aspects. So therefore, now is the time for you to go forward and to be able to use that in a way that's going to help others and help humanity. I feel like you're on some kind of mission to heal. Interesting. Okay, so let's have a look at what the cards, the tarot, has to say for you, pile one. This is a beautiful reading so far. But this is like, there's something very destined about this. Something that's saying that this is actually, you know, everything that you've done previously has led up to where you are right now. Okay, so we've got the Two of Wands. We have the King of Wands. We have the Knight of Swords. We have the Three of Pentacles. And we have the Queen of Pentacles, and then we also have the Knight of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. So it seems like that you're providing a great amount of stability, and also it seems like some kind of example to others in terms of how to behave within a situation when they're interacting with others. It seems that you have seen enough and been in enough situations to understand that some ways of behaving may not be, or ways of conducting certain situations is not really the right kind of, like, you know the kind of right way to behave, the right and the wrong way to behave around people. And it's crazy how much I yawn. I don't know if it's because I shut my windows, like, to do the readings, because I live on quite a noisy road, but yeah, the amount I start yawning as soon as I do my tarot readings, it's just incredible. And I learned that from my shamanic practice, actually, that yawning is about the energy. But with the King of Wands here, And also with the Queen of Pentacles, there's some kind of really beautiful symbiosis that's occurring with you really functioning well in what you have learned. You're really able to make it work. This is time for you to make it work, but you're providing something very stable, pile one. Very stable. And it's so interesting with that concierge being the way it is, you know. This is someone that you feel you could rely on, you know, that you could trust, even though you have no idea whether or not you could. But, you know, an older man gives a kind of air of experience, like something that they know that is happening. Or that they know, they've seen stuff that has been happening in order to educate you with what could be the right way to go forward. So it's a very interesting kind of dynamic. And I mean, I don't know, with this here, I think you know that this has been coming, and that this is what you're supposed to be doing. I don't know, you may have like been in a job or something, and then now you're deciding that you want to go and you want to do, like, say, healing work, or you want to go into Reiki or something like that, or you want to start something new. And yeah, it's saying go ahead, this is the time, you know, you've got the experience, and you've managed to harness the life experience to kind of like make sure that you've got everything you need, and you will be financially supported throughout it, particularly with these two. What's important is that you follow your passion and your drive and your dream. But yeah, you really do have it. You have the perfect environment actually to do it in, which is the Two of Wands. Okay. So the Hierophant reversed. Okay, so you're going to be doing this in a completely different way to other people. It's not going to be the same. It also might be that you might be acting in decision from, like, you might be taking decisions, or you might be taking action when others have said to you, don't do it. You've kind of been like, actually, you know what, I'm going to do what I want to do, rather than listen to like what other people have got to say. You know, and not doing things in the normal way. Three of Wands. Interesting. I mean, there's also this sense where you haven't, you know, there is a fear of not being successful. You may have felt that you've tried to do this in the past. You may have been in, like, say, I don't know, I've just got the idea that maybe you tried to do this when you were like younger, and then maybe, or like before, and then you decided to get like a normal job where you could earn money, and then now you've decided to come back to this endeavor or this project, and whereas like now you're going to be more successful at it, but it may. And I think that also gives you a sense, like the lack of success last time gives you the impetus for the fire and the kind of decision to go forward with this healing work. Ten of Wands reversed. I think you really don't want to work with other people. I think you kind of like, okay, I'm done working with other people. I think I'm done with that. Not in the sense of like, but or maybe it's just certain types of people that you don't want to work with, because this means working together with other people. So I think it's more likely that there are certain personality types that you refuse to work with. And you're like, no, I'm not going to do that. And anything that resembles that, I'm going to walk away from it. Wow, the Son of Wands. We've got lots of male fire energy here. So there's a lot of creativity, a lot of drive, a lot of, you know, you will, when you see people that you can work with, you're going to run towards them like, you know, like it's your favorite dessert or your favorite cake or £1,000,000. I don't know. It seems like you're going to really, you know, you're going to run away from the things that don't serve you to full on towards the light of the things that do serve you. Wow. And I mean, for those of you who are not in a relationship, it could mean a relationship, but it also could mean a very good partnership with someone. That's why I was thinking, like, you know, you'll really sense and be able to understand who are the right people for you to work with on this project. And the 9 of Swords reversed. And you know it's going to be like people who just do not give you any drama. And you're going to take your time, you know, even if something seems too good to be true, you'll take your time and you'll be like, right, okay, I've been around this block where I've ended up putting my faith into people and I've been able to like see how people are and then they've let me down. So let me just take my time with this person and see whether or not that I can truly trust them and give myself to them in the way that I want to. And I'm not just talking about romantic, I'm talking about like a business partnership, a friendship, whatever. This is any kind of relationship. It's just that there seems like there's going to be someone that you're going to be working with and you're going to take your time in getting to know them. But they're going to be very, very good for you. I'm not, if I'm honest, I'm not getting romantic vibes. I'm getting more of a collaboration. Someone that you're going to find a real kind of sense of joy in being around and working with. So... okay, so let's have a look at your other cards. I'm going to move these out the way, but their energy is with you, my loves. Okay. Divine timing. It's reversed. Can you see that? Okay, so in respect to divine timing, I think it's important to remember that we can't force these things, you know. It's almost like we're waiting to receive, but sometimes if you're there waiting to receive, that can also be its own detriment. So I think it's important that that we kind of make sure that we're not so hung up on when it's going to happen. It's going to be more about like how it's going, like just know that it will happen and that's it, you know. So it's a beautiful reading, pile 1. Wow. Fortuna. Love it. Love it. Fortune, fate, luck. I mean, you can't really get more than that, really, because like you've got Crossroad of Destiny here and then you've also got Fortuna. So there is something so divine about this, pile 1. You are harnessing your power in order to like kind of become this... I don't know, this healer, this being that's going to really help people and make things manifest for people. It's really quite magical. I'm excited to see what you're doing. Wow, let your light shine. And I think that some of you have been like keeping it under wraps. You've not been allowing yourself to shine as brightly as you wanted to because, you know, you've just been afraid. There may have been some other things. You may have thought that it was not possible. I do have a feeling that there's a little bit of, you know, you not thinking that you could sustain this on a material level. But I mean, with the Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles there and the Page of Pentacles, it's pretty, you know, that's a pretty good sign that you've got things in order for you to have some kind of stable basis to be able to do this work. So yeah, wow, pile 1, I love that for you. That's so gorgeous. Really, really beautiful. Do I have any other messages for you? No, I think just go ahead, and I'm really excited. Please do share in the comments if you did resonate with this reading. If you liked it, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe for more videos. But otherwise, my darlings, what an honour it was to read for you and for your soul's calling. Take care. Have a beautiful, beautiful day, and I'll speak to you really soon. Bye. Hi, pile 2. Welcome to your reading. So, what is your soul's calling? Let's have a look. Oh my gosh, the Forgotten. Wow. First thing that came to me when I saw that was that you are someone who's going to remember those who have forgotten. You're either going to help people remember, or you're going to be someone who goes and remembers those who have been forgotten. These readings are never like light, are they? I mean, I should really think about it when I'm like asking the question, but like, you know, wow. So we've got the precipice. It was reversed. We've got security, risk, and vulnerability. So it's kind of like the threshold. Yeah, it was reversed, so I'm going to keep it reversed. Something's telling me to keep it reversed. Self-mastery. Spider. Wow. And topaz. And angel, bath coal. And aquamarine. Authentic voice. Yes. Yes. You're going to help people who are not able to help themselves. That's what I felt by this. That's your job. That's your calling. It's an incredible card. The cards, like, my cards sometimes really, like, not shock me, but they leave me in a sense of awe, really. And I think that's kind of resonant with your reading. It's almost like helping people to move beyond a place where they think it's possible for themselves. And that's a very, very special gift. Pile 2. Very special. It means that you help people in a way that they don't even think that they'd be able to help themselves. You kind of allow a sense of possibility for others that they never even thought was possible. You open doors for them. And I think you've really helped people to be felt seen. You embrace them where they were forgotten previously. Wow. And you help them to be really true to themselves. So we've got the King of Pentacles, the Sun, the Page of Wands. Is it the Page? Yeah, the Page of Wands. The Two of Pentacles, the Temperance card, and the King of Cups reversed. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if some of you are working in like situations where you're either working with like young adults or people who are maybe with like maybe some kind of mental health, or they may be trying to escape situations where, you know, it could be like abusive situations or things like that. I feel like that's something you will be helping people who do not have their voice. And you'll be providing some kind of like light for them. They may, and real hope for them where they weren't able to. It's really interesting. This picture doesn't have anything to do with children, but the sun is to do with the child. So there's something about you being able to reconnect with particularly with that Page of Wands as well. Like with a sense of themselves that they weren't able to be in touch with before. And it seems like you've got like a sense of patience that's really stoic, and it gives them, it's almost like it's not so bright. Even though the sun is here, we've got Temperance here with the Northern Lights, and the Northern Lights is the solar flares that occur on the earth, and that's how they appear. So it's almost like you provide this beautiful luminescent light that's just the right kind of strength to be able to help people to feel confident in speaking their true selves again. It's quite precarious because we have the Two of Pentacles here. It's not quite so robust. It's quite ephemeral in a way. You have to be quite gentle with it and work with people in a way that you know, that probably the general populace wouldn't. You know, you wouldn't need to do that with the other people. The fact that we've got two kings on either side, King of Cups and King of Pentacles reversed, says to me that there is oppression, like here. So I feel like you will be dealing with people who are oppressed. I don't know if that's because maybe in your own situation you might have had to deal with oppressive situations, whether it be with work or whether it be with like in your emotional life. It seems like you seem to be quite adept in being able to handle both. So that, you know, and you're able to help people like navigate that. Particularly when they haven't got stability in their lives. You provide like this sense of stability. Particularly when there's this. Because it's almost like with this upright, it's almost like you can see that you are here. You can see where you're at. With it reversed, it's almost like you're walking off a cliff in the dark. Like you don't know what is going on. So it seems like that you will be, and also just by the way she's holding up this topaz and this beautiful sunlight, and then you've also got this kind of colouring with the blues and the northern lights kind of vibe. It just says to me that you will be providing this light for people that will help them to see in a way that they haven't done so before, and also give them confidence in moving forward. Let's have some clarification on these cards. Before I continue, I've just noticed my candle has gone out, so bear with me 1 second. Thank you, my love. So, yeah, I think there's something about you guiding people in a way that, you know, emotionally and like stability-wise, I think that's something that you would be kind of putting across to them. Okay, Son of Cups reversed here, which is the Page of Cups. Sorry, the Knight of Cups reversed. Interesting. I really do feel like if some of you aren't doing this, you may be helping like women who are coming from like situations like, I don't know, like kind of, you know, battered women kind of thing, or like women's refuges. That's what that's what I sensed at the beginning anyway. Or women that are trying to get away from abusive situations. Children. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. You may even be like heads of charity doing this sort of work. I don't know. Wow, 2 of Wands as well. For 6 of Wands reversed. Eight of Cups. And the 9 of Swords and the 2 of Swords. Yeah, it's quite a precarious kind of like situation which needs quite a lot of delicacy. Because you may be encouraging people to like leave situations where they've been in quite great emotional instability and also instability in general. Really interesting. And I really feel it's come from a place where you've experienced something like that yourself. It might be something to do with your parents or whatever. I don't know. It doesn't really tell me here. But what it does tell me is that that's what you're going to be doing. You're going to be helping people. There, like, you know, that there is, I do feel like there is something with the mental health kind of side of things. So you could even be like a counselor or something like that. But I don't know, by the way that it's looking, I feel like you will be organizing things in terms of, like, you know, even going as far as like organizing accommodation or housing for people, or yeah, there's something on a kind of, it's not just talking about things, it's beyond that. It's actually housing people. And you may start off in doing something like counseling, but there seems like more than that, because you actually physically help them to move on from a space where they haven't felt successful in their lives. There's also going to be places where you know that you can't take action. And that might be quite frustrating. It's quite a big, like, calling though here. And I think what's happened is that you understand it as kind of, you know, this is a journey that people have to go on in order to discover the strength within themselves in order to continue this journey. Really interesting. Okay. New day. So with New Day, I feel like this is just you really showing people that there is new possibilities, that there is something that can really help people. There is something that can encourage people to move on with their lives, to really see that there is possibility within their lives. Because I'm telling you guys, this feels really heavy. Wow. Atagatis, I think that's how you say it. Atagatis. Mer magic transformation and deep diving. So what I'm getting here is that, like, you are really able to help people to dive deep into their own personal resources and being able to help them to find the kind of resiliency within their own emotions. You know, with the King of Cups reversed, I always see the King of Cups as Poseidon. We have this angel bath coal and aquamarine, which is very kind of bluey greeny. We also have this bluey green, and then we have this bluey green here. So there's a lot of kind of, I think, to do with the sea and being able to, like, if anything, maybe go to the sea and maybe connect with the sea or bodies of water. I would say the sea, though, if you can, get to a beach and go and sit there and meditate to connect with this, like, calling of the soul, because that will really help you to move forward in terms of deciding what your next move should be and how you proceed on this path. But there's something that you invoke in people. I don't feel like this is with you. I feel like you've already gone through this, and this is like kind of what you this is what you kind of like, you kind of make sure that because you've been through it, this is the example that you're providing to others. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, and to close out your reading, we've got expansion. Wow. So what I'm getting is very heart-centered here. I mean, green, and that green, also the aquamarine, we've got the mixture of the throat chakra and also the heart chakra. And then we've got the six-pointed star, which is indicative of the heart chakra. So, and also the connection from above to below. So there's this idea that you're really able to transmute the way that you've been previously, and now you're able to manifest it and also impart knowledge in a way that really helps others. Yeah, it's really beautiful. Really, really beautiful. But it's heavy going. And I think, you know, this is not really something that anybody can just do. You know, there has to be this kind of like sense of where you really understand where people have come from, whether or not it's like the same level of trauma as they've gone through that you understand, or it's a certain level of empathy. I do think there is something to do with the experiential kind of side of things, though. There may have been something that you had gone through that you've mastered, that you're deciding to bring to the forefront. I don't know if it's quite as like detached as someone that doesn't really know about the situation. They may have had a sister or like something, or some kind of friend in their life that has been through something, and they've had to help them through it. So, you know, the experience will be close, I think. But you really help people find their voices. And also you kind of like lead by, like, you lead from behind. You don't lead in front. You allow other people to take the lead, and then you help them. You know, you give them the leg up, the push, the support that they need in order to like make the decisions that they need to. You know, I'm getting the idea of like if somebody had to leave like some abusive relationship or something, you're able to provide the kind of cushioning and support to kind of help the person to get strong enough in order to leave. It's that kind of energy that I'm getting here, where they didn't feel strong enough and you encourage them to feel strong again. Pile 2, what an honor it is to read this energy for you. I'm so honored, and thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you liked it, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe for more videos. But otherwise, my darlings, you take care. Do let me know in the comments if you'd like to share. But otherwise, I'll see you soon. Take care. Have a beautiful day. And remember, I've been forgetting to say this, but remember that honesty is always key. Bye. Hello, Pile 3, and welcome to your reading. So, what is your soul's calling? Let's have a look. Wow, the cartographer. So this is about you documenting. I don't know if you've been thinking about writing a book, but this is a clear sign to go maybe think about writing that book. Think about what you're doing with that book, or how you're going to be able to put your message across in the universe. It's waiting for you to do that. Okay, let's have a look at some of your other cards. The Watcher. God, this deck has the most beautiful people in it. Wow. Enlightenment, mastery, and isolation. Interesting. Very interesting. Truth and integrity, turquoise, and summer. Wow. And then we have Ascended Master, Seraphis Bay, and Clear Calcite, which is karmic grace. And just for effect, this is Clear Calcite. So we shall pop that here just to remind us of what's going on for you right now. Wow. So I don't know. I mean, like there's like kind of a running theme here of some kind of blessing from above. I mean, even the compass here is like, it feels like it's coming from above, coming down into the manifest of like a reality. So there's something about you receiving a message, like a divine message, some kind of like transformative message. And this is what calcite does. It like transmute messages. So that, and it's called optical calcite because you can see right through it. And it also like kind of acts a bit like a lens as well. So there's something about you being a lens, being some kind of conduit to help people see things. So I don't know if you've received any kind of divine messages where you feel inspired to maybe write a book, or to put things down, or to make content that will help people to see things about themselves. There's something here that's kind of indicative of that. That's what your soul's calling is kind of calling out for. We do also have 33 as well. That's 6, the Lovers, this kind of like, and also we have Crystal Masters 333. So the number 3 has some kind of significance for you, Pile 3. So I I just realized that as I said that. We've got 5 here, but it's just really interesting. You've got 9, 5, 6. Those are the numbers that are here at the moment. So let's have a look at what your tarot wants to say about your soul's calling. What is your soul's calling? What is Pile 3's soul's calling? What is the soul's calling for Pile 3? Okay, so we've got the 10 of Pentacles reversed. Okay, we've got the Fool reversed, interesting. The Fool reversed, and then we have the 9 of Wands. We have the Queen of Cups. The Star reversed. And we have the 3 of Wands reversed. Wow. So something tells me that this message that you're having to impart, you kind of know it's not an easy thing to do. You know that this is something that may involve you either ruffling feathers or going against something. You may even be people that speak out against some kind of dictator or force. There may be some things like to research. That may be quite taboo. You may even be someone who speaks out against the systems of the world. You may even be some kind of whistleblower. That's how deep this rabbit hole goes. And you do it through a sense of love, like clarity and love. Like it's almost like the clarity helps you to come across in like a really like loving way. I don't know, you might also be one of these people that speak out against like, you know, particular dynamics, like either like narcissistic dynamics or anything like that. Like you may have, you know, like a narcissistic boss or something like that, that you know knowledge about it, not that you have it. Or dynamics, because there's something about you being in a dynamic that is not healthy and you being able to come out of it in a way, and by your own working of that and managing to maintain your emotional composure in a time where there has been no hope and an inability to be able to like move on with life, you're able to help people see some sort of clarity or basically map a way out of it. Because I also think that you might not even know exactly how the way is out of it, but you do know how to cope within that sort of situation. It's almost like that this sort of situation helps you to expand yourself in a particular way. It helps you to kind of make sure that you, I don't know, like it's almost like the conflict and what is going on and the stuff that's happening in that period, or when you're kind of up against this stuff, it helps you to almost like transcend your own sense of being. It helps you to become an even, like it's almost like the adversity is helping you to become like almost superhuman. That's how it feels. And you help others to do that. The way you help others is by what you create. I don't think that you're directly going and helping other people, or like with the other two groups, like with group 1 and group 2. I felt like they were like actively going and helping people, but with you, I think it's almost like in the situation that you've had to arise from, you create the inspiration for people to do the same. Father of Wands. The Hierophant. Son of Wands. That's the Knight of Wands. Seven of Wands. Wow, a lot of Wands energy here. Six of Pentacles. And the Mother of Cups again. So we've got the Queen of Cups twice. I don't know. It seems like you had some good, strong female kind of energy that was in your life that helped you to kind of navigate this. If it isn't direct female in energy, you may have some female guardians, like female guardian spirits that are helping you right now. And they may not be of this earth and of this planet. There's something a little bit extraterrestrial about it. But there's a huge amount of oppressive male force here. And there's dogma. It's almost like you're fighting against a sense of dogma in order to like really be what you want to be. Because the oppression is really clear here. So this is about you being really clear. It's almost like, you know, understanding that you have got to be the smartest person in the room. And it's almost like you just are, and it's just effortless for you. It's just something that you can do. Because when you're truthful and in integrity with yourself, that's when you can really speak your truth and be who you want to be. And I don't think that there is another way that you could possibly be that. It's almost like you're also very brilliant. And people can't test that. They can't. When you stay in that brilliance and don't really listen to other people, you have to like dance to the sound of your own drum. Because when people start to oppress you, things go really wrong. Like really wrong. And it's really interesting because it's in their best interest for you to shine your light. So it's almost like you've had to prove yourself to be there. So what I'm getting from here, Pile 3, is that your calling, your soul's calling, is actually this journey of what you're going on right now. In terms of like, if you're facing some kind of difficulty or something within the situation that you're in now, that's part of it. That's part and parcel of this calling. Okay, let's have a look at what these cards have to say. Integration, it's reversed. Okay. So what that says to me is that there is some kind of like element of integration that's not being allowed to happen just yet. And I think, I don't know if it's happening yet. Oh, would you look at that? That's number 33 as well. Very important for you, Pile 3. I think what's missing here is the third element. So it's almost like two things come together. They create something. And then number 3 is about the creation of the third thing. And this is what we're missing here. I don't see any 3s here. So in the respect of the tarot. So what is needed is for you to understand that where you've come to at this moment needs to provide something to rise, like something needs to rise from that in order for you to move on with this call. And I think that's what this is about. It's about you being able to like find out what can rise from this situation or rise from your calling. It's like you can't just continue doing what you're doing. There has to be something that has to kind of come from it, you know. We got hell, interesting, which is depth, endings, and inner hidden aspects. Okay, right. So with hell, the idea here is that you have to really kind of consolidate what's going on, and make sure that everything is as clear as crystal in the respect of where you're coming from, what your needs are. I've got a feeling that you already are, but I also feel that this is quite murky, pile 3. Like, I don't feel very clear about this. And the reason why it's not clear is because you're the one who's got to draw the map. Of course, the map is not the territory, but you've got to draw the map in order to navigate it. And I don't think you've drawn the map yet. That's probably why this is quite, like, difficult for me to read. Or not even difficult, but it's not as clear as the others. There's kind of like there's a process that needs to take place, and you're in the process of doing the process, basically. And the calling won't make itself clear until you've continued on the process a little bit longer. But this is the thing, I think the process is the calling. That's kind of what's going on. And that's why this is like hidden aspects and depth. It's almost like that you have to go into a space where you have to trust yourself even though you have no idea what's going on. That's really difficult. But my pile 3s are never easy. They're always the trump cards. Wow, let go. And look at that sword. Wow. Wow. So I'm just trying to think, is there any other messages before I close out this reading? So what we've got here is we've got the Shri Yantra, which is the visualization of sound, clarity, being able to communicate one's truth, this flaming sword of belief, of truth, which is the Ace of Swords anyway. And it's interesting how we have this particular 7. This 7 of Wands here is, to me, is about your ghosts being allowed to overtake you. And I think that may be what's happening, because, you know, that's why there's this inability to allow this integration to occur, because there's a little bit of like old baggage that's kind of coming with that. And I think once you just get on with what you're supposed to be getting on with, I think things will become a lot clearer. And it is scary, because I wouldn't be surprised if no one else has done this before. Like, you could be writing a book on a subject that you haven't seen before, or this could be something that you've never done before. And what you need to do is there's aspects of yourself that you need to put away in a box, or like put away in the car park. Like, just get it away, because there's a lot of kind of, you know, there's a lot of baggage here, and that baggage needs to be cleared away in order for you to realize that the message that you're wanting to give is actually a really worthwhile, worthy, and important message to give to everyone that is around you. And in that process, you will start to integrate and heal continuously. It's an ongoing process. You know, we don't heal and then we write the book. It's usually we write the book, and in the process of, we start to heal ourselves and grow within that situation. So I think, you know, just get started. Just start doing things and see how it turns out. Nothing is perfect. If we stop and wait for the perfect moment, it will never happen. But I think it's important just to remember that just keep on trying, just start. You've got to start somewhere. Every expert was a beginner at one stage, so just remember that. But in reference to your calling, I think that this journey in itself is its calling. Get yourself some turquoise and maybe work with some turquoise. Beautiful stone to work with. I do love it. But otherwise, my darlings, there's your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe for more videos. But otherwise, my darlings, you take care. Have a beautiful day. And remember that honesty is always key. Bye.